The following prose passage question here is asking about difference between two characters here, the woman or the narrator, or Wolf herself probably, and this moth. Um, After taking the entire passage into consideration, the passage as a whole. Now, I've included the very beginning and then also the second to last paragraph, which I think says a lot about their relationship, just to bring to mind a couple things before we look at the answer choices. We begin speaking about this moth, talking about its energy. This same energy that's present in other creatures is in the moth, in the rooks or birds, in the ploughmen or the workers, the horses, but also inanimate things like the lean bareback downs or these like grassy hills that you'll see in England. Um, we say that it's got every fiber of it has a very thin but pure, enormous energy of the world that a lot of other things in the world have, that the world itself has, maybe vital light. Maybe the moth is made of nothing but life. So a lot of life, a lot of energy that humans, like the ploughman, and other animals have, is also had by this moth. So we have this moth is equal to other living beings in a very profound way. And then when we get to this paragraph over here, we see that as the moth is struggling for its life, all the other animals and the things that we were saying over here are full of life. The rooks, the ploughman, the horses, all of a sudden are less animated, so they don't have that same energy. The birds or the rooks take themselves off to feed in the brooks. The horses stood still, but the power was all the same. So they were all still alive. Now, the only thing that happens here, the difference between the woman and the moth we see, is the moth here is struggling to survive. It may die, but it was useless to try to do anything. It was hopeless. And one could watch extraordinary efforts, maybe those tiny legs against an oncoming doom. So something bad was going to happen to the moth, which could, had it chosen, have submerged an entire city. So a whole city can face death and die. Not merely a city, but masses of human beings. Humans can die too. Nothing that you know in life, or the Shinu, the narrator, had any chance against death. Everything dies. So a woman and the moth, they're both going to die. They both share the same living energy, but they both meet the same end. In this, and then we talk about the actual death of the moth in the last paragraph, which is the one that I'm missing here. So, keeping in mind that that's generally what happened in the past, just go ahead and consider these answer choices. The moth suffers death now, while the woman will suffer it in the future. Well, this makes sense. The moth is dying now, but the woman, just like any other living thing, also doesn't have a shot at maintaining this same energy, this life energy, indefinitely. The woman will also have to die. So this looks like a good answer. Let's see if we find something better. The moth is joyful while the woman is sad. Well, the moth is definitely joyful at the very beginning. We say the narrator here is wondering whether or not, or why, or how the moth could enjoy his meager opportunities to the full. So we see here that Wolf tells us that this moth is enjoying the opportunities that it's given to the full. It's a happy moth, a joyful moth. And the woman is sad. Well, we don't know anything about the woman. We don't know that she's sad. We know she's observing many things, some positive, some negative in the middle, some positive again. Uh, we forget about it, so maybe some neutral stuff. Then we have some worry about the moth, etc., etc. But we don't see anything necessarily that says that Wolf is sad anywhere in the passage. We can get rid of this one. The moth's life is meaningless while the woman's is productive. Oh, well, there we definitely don't know that. We never say that the moth's life is lesser. In fact, it has the exact same energy as every other living thing. Tons of things that she finds are beautiful. In fact, she calls this energy that the moth has, that she shares, enormous. It's vital light that you could see from the moth. So you see a lot of beautiful things coming from this moth. It can't be meaningless, even if it will come to death, just like every other living thing. Um, so we can get rid of that answer choice as well. The moth succumbs to forces that will never affect the woman. Well, no, the moth succumbs to death, and death will definitely affect the woman. Nothing that she knew of has any chance against death. So we can get rid of that as well, and that definitely leaves answer choice A as the best answer. I hope that helped with this problem, and happy prepping.